Good afternoon or morning, wherever you're from or wherever you're living right now. I hope everyone's having a great day today. We are going to go over everything airbrush. So I'm going to contour, I'm going to highlight using our airbrush. And so there's a lot to talk about because I was kind of excited. I do have a little bit of redness from my allergies, I'm sure. Hey, Joanne. Hello. So that being said, I am hey, Candy, I didn't get your email, by the way, babe. Something just fell. I think you said you emailed me and I did not get it. Okay, I can use this one. So I'm glad you're back, Candy. We are going to go over how to contour, how to highlight using airbrush. Now, I always tell you guys that there's so many different ways of putting it on. And so this is a pretty good example of like what your, you know how our face changes day to day? Hold on, I have to fix his eyebrow. Fix this because I wiped it off a little. But I tell you guys, thank you, Jillian. I tell you guys that, hey, Breely, did I say hi to Beth? I don't know if I did. Hello. Hello, Connie. I almost yawned. So I'm trying to gather my thoughts. I always tell you that there's different ways of putting it on, airbrush makeup on. It just depends on your needs and the look that you want. Okay. So ultimately, I know what look I want. And so how I put it on can change depending on what my skin's doing. Now, right now, my skin, like I have some redness here. And so, hey, Donnie, or hey, Don, I have some redness here. And so if I was going to do the Cut One palette or my Lion King, I would use either eraser or the CC concealer, the airbrush concealer. However, I know that I'm going to do some contouring and highlighting with our matte bronzer and then with glow. So I know that I'm getting coverage with that. Catherine needs some help with airbrush eyeshadow. We can go over that too. So I know I'm getting coverage with that. So anything that you're putting on that has some kind of pigment in it with airbrush makeup, you're getting coverage with it. Is that making sense? Because you almost have to think about like what products you have, what you need to cover. Obviously, I need to cover this redness. But I know that I'm going to use my matte bronzer. I know I'm going to use my highlighter. I'm going to use glow. So if I was using traditional highlighter and contour, I would start with eraser or something like that first. Okay. I'm hoping that makes sense. So my face is already prepped. I did a mask. I did the AM lotion, and then I did the snap back. And I need to look awake. So, good morning, Cindy. So now I'm actually going to go in and do my contouring first. And then I'm going to highlight with glow. And I don't want to, the reason I'm kind of stalling a little bit, I don't want to confuse you because there's still even another way you can do this if you need to. So if let's say I had super dark circles under my eyes, I could go in and do like the peach cover up underneath my eyes. So I could do a little bit of, in fact, let's do that. I'm going to grab the light beige concealer and I'm shaking them up. Because I do like it a little, do like a little more coverage underneath my eyes. Even though I'm going to use glow to highlight under my eyes, I still want to get a little bit more coverage there. So I have my CC concealer in light beige, and then I'm going to go back and forth underneath my eyes. I'm angling my stylus down a little bit. And then even though I'm only wanting this underneath my eyes, I'm kind of blending it down. So I'm, again, not concentrating in one area too much. Okay. My eyes look so red, like my actual eyes, eyeball. So right now, you can tell like some of the redness has even gone away. My eyes are watering so badly right now. Allergies are sucky. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to go in. All right, I'm going to just use the rest of this real quick. Okay, so now I'm going to go in because I do have my coverage underneath my eyes. I'm now going to go in and do the contouring. And I'm using, I'm using the matte bronzer. And I just, see, I just like scream for no apparent reason too. I do have a little bit of the concealer left, but that can help me lighten up the bronzer that I need to. So I'm just adding the bronzer right on top. So that's the other great thing about Luminess is this matte bronzer is obviously going to be way too dark for me. So I can use what's left of my light beige concealer, or I can lighten it with a foundation with my shade 2, or glow. I can lighten it, and in fact, I think I am going to add a little bit of glow. Okay, we'll do this one. Hey, Meg, how are ya? Okay, good, Candy. Thank you. It's Heather at luminessbeauty.com. LUMINESS. Just to make sure. So I added a shade 2 in there as well to lighten my contouring. Now, I'm doing contouring first. So if I get a little heavy-handed, it really doesn't matter because I still have my airbrush to put over it, okay? So I'm going to make sure I get the color I want. I'm making the moves before I pull back on the trigger. Okay, do you see anything? Like super light, barely? That's how light, guys, you're airbrushing. Oh my goodness, the school's about to close because of the flu? Holy moly. But notice how I go back and forth. I don't really just stick in that area too long. And I just keep going back until I get to the coverage that I want. Now, that's the great thing about doing this first is the fact that, yes, babe, we are cruelty free. You just keep going until you get it to the intensity that you want. But the great thing about this is I'm still having to airbrush the foundation on over it. And so if I do get it too strong or too bright, it's okay. Also, right now, it might look a little crazy because that's the only color that you're seeing on me right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little bit heavier just so you can see it. All right, now I'm gonna blow the rest of that out. And then now, shut up. Let me put this lid on because I'm dropping things. And now I'm also going to add some blush. I'm adding blush beforehand. I'm going to turn on my fan real quick. I'm going to add blush beforehand. Again, our blush is super high pigmented, so I can add the blush first. If it gets too much, it doesn't matter because I'm still blending it with the foundation. And I just want a little bit. Because with the, I'm just adding some pink. I use the plum, so I'm just adding a little bit of the pink color. Now I'm going to rinse this out. Like in this monitor that I have right here, it looks crazy because that's all you see. But if you notice, like you really don't see any harsh lines. Like you only see it where I what about dark skin for contouring? I mean, we have like shade 18, so you can contour with anything. But also with the darker skin tones, you can definitely contour, and depending on how dark skinned you are, I mean, we have plenty of shades. You can contour with foundation. So a lot of people I will tell, especially if they're new to airbrushing, I'll say, or new to contouring, I'll say, just contour with a shade 2 shades darker than what you are. Oh, thank you, Bonnie. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So if you're new to contouring and you're like, I don't know, just go 2 shades darker than your original foundation shade. All right. So now let's add some foundation. Where's my foundation? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Come on. Nope. Okay, we're gonna do this one. I'm actually going to, oh, thank you guys. Y'all are so sweet. All right, so now I'm going to put in my Silk 4-in-1. I don't have a shade 3, which is my normal shade. So I'm going to put a couple of drops of shade 5, and then I'm going to put some drops of shade 2. All right. Blending that. Blending those together. And then now I'm airbrushing, okay? So blush, contouring, even highlighting, even shimmers, you can add first and then airbrush over. So if I hear, I'll hear people say, oh, I don't have the blush down. Try blush first. When I first started doing my live chats so many years ago, I did it the same way each and every time because it was more to teach like people who just got the system how to airbrush, and then now we've kind of expanded. But I would do blush after my foundation, and I just talked about the doing blush first. Then I did blush first, and it's my favorite way. I love it because it is a softer look and not so boom. And like here, I can now concentrate the foundation in that area to help blend it. I'll also tell you guys, hey, Jane Todd, how are you? The other thing that you need to watch out for when you're airbrushing is make sure you're holding your stylus right at you. Right at you. Because when I'm left-handed, but so if I do it this way, not a problem, not a problem. But when I switch to this side, sometimes it can be a problem if, like, don't do it at an angle, do it straight on. Because then sometimes it could blow a different way and not get right on you. Does that make sense? Sure, Heather, it does. That's what I do to my daughter when I ask her a question and she doesn't answer me. I go, sure, Mom, I'll do that. Let's see. Nisi says, when I first got the initial kit, I ordered the add-on makeup. The bronzer was too dark for me. And its own, I felt. I mixed my bronzer with the lightest color foundation for my dark. Yes, Nisi, perfect. See, you're a natural. Natural. Yes, mix and match. It seems like I always say, but after however many years I've been doing this, I always say everything. but yes, mix that puppy up. Look at colors, not what it says on it, but look at colors. I don't know if I mixed that up. There we go. I added a little bit more foundation. Oh, thank you guys. Y'all are so sweet. Pretty soon you'll stop watching because you'll be like, I know everything. All right. So there you go. Foundation, contouring, done. I knew that was coming. When somebody asks a question like that, I'm like, so lovely. We are cruelty-free. We don't have the little bunny cruelty thing just because of all the stuff that you have to go through, but we are cruelty-free. I'm not sure what you mean by check your accounts, folks. It's always fun. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, we haven't had our negative people in a long time. All right, so now I have my glow, and I'm going to go down my nose. Now, glow is it's a straight up highlighter and not a shimmer. So I can highlight underneath my eyes, down my nose, but it's not going to give me that shimmer. Very, very light. Can you see the difference? Super, super light. And then I'm going to show you this. So I'm going to do it in my eyebrow real quick. And I'm using it as a brow highlighter. Gives it a nice little highlight. But what happens if you do something like that? And you're like, oh, what do I do? Just tap it out. It's okay, Cindy. We know fake news when we hear it. All right. So I'm using this as just my brow highlighter going in because I want to show you how subtle or how bright it can be. So I'm going to blend it down just a little bit more. And there you go. All right. So I have some highlighting on. I have some, I'm going to clean up my stylus real quick. And so now I can do whatever's left, whatever else I need to do. I do like doing the eyes. Actually, let's see if I have some. Oh, yep. I do like doing the eyes with airbrush a lot of times because of the fact that it has that staying power. And so like that's not going to move. But again, with the eyes, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing kind of thing. So I've done my highlighter. I can now do, I'm going to do my crease in with this brown. And so when you, Catherine, girl, you got to do it. When I'm doing the crease, let me get my brush real quick. The movement that you're going to be doing is the exact same thing as when you're like this, and this movement, same exact thing. Oh, Lord, girl. Honey, I'm sorry, but these women do check everything. So, all right, I'm going to put, it does have a timer, by the way. It does shut off in 15 minutes. So, I'm going to go in, and just like I would do this, I'm doing the same thing with this. Okay. Now, the great thing about it, before it gets dry, because it does dry quickly, you can blend it if you need to. So when you're first starting out, if you put it on and you're like, just blend it before it dries. Okay. So you can get it on and then blend it if you need to. So there's really, you're not messing up. I'm gonna get that over there, blend this. Blend that a little bit more. But that's what I love about the airbrush, because it really, I mean, it blends. If you're moving your stylus the right way and doing what, you know, doing it how it's supposed to, it's so easy. Sorry, Crystal. Crystal's like, now I need to try the eyeshadows. There you go. I'm going to blow that out. And then, again, I can top this with something. So let's say you're looking in the mirror and like maybe that's a little bit too harsh or whatever. I can go in with a click and play or with the Lover's Palette or Nude and Naughty or what. No, Candy, it's Luminess Beauty. All right. I'm just cleaning this real quick. Look at it's Luminess Beauty, Luminess. All right, so I can go in. I'm going to try to blend this a little bit more. There you go. And then again, if you wanted to, you could go in with another color. I could put that on the lid, whatever the case may be. And then obviously I want to line the bottom, and I can do that as well. Let's see. Let's use this one. And so to keep with the eyeshadow, I'm going to use a dark brown. Using an eyeshadow. And then I am going to go in. I'm going to tweak it a little. You know me. I always have to tweak it. If I can find the brush I need. Come on, come on. Let's take these out so I can see. Did I already take it out? Where is it? Come on. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is a little bit darker. So just to tie all that in, I'm going to use the same color. Thank you, Cindy. And just blend that right there. And that's actually going to make it pop a little bit more to get that depth in that outside crease. Right there. Right there. Yes, Candy, this is eyeshadow. This is our nude and naughty eyeshadow. Everything is super high pigmented, and so you can use it as eyeshadow, you can use it as eyeliner, whatever the case may be. All right. So now I'm going to take some lashes. And get my glue. Dragging it on the counter. Bye, Cindy. And putting, oh, it was late. Putting the glue on here. And guys, remember, if you're sharing videos and you're, or maybe you have your own Instagram and you're like posting about Luminess, make sure you tag us at hashtag Luminess Cosmetics and at Luminess Cosmetics. We love to see that, and it comes up on our feed. So we want to see what you're posting. I think that's awesome. You can do like how I Luminess. And do, but again, it's Luminess Cosmetics, hashtag Luminess Cosmetics, and at Luminess Cosmetics. All right. Curling my lashes. Oh, yay. And that's what, like, when we have our consultants on, guys, you don't have to be an expert to sell this stuff. You can learn with your people that are doing it. I think that makes it more real because you're experiencing it right alongside them, which I think is pretty cool. All right, so now I'm drying it with my fan. That's what I am here for. If you want to see something, let me know. Going in, dropping that in. And then I need my up close. I need my magnification. And I had to pull him. Had to pull him a little bit. Now I'm going to do this one. I don't think I have enough glue on this one. What happened yesterday, I had to re-glue on the 3. And then take this one and put him up. Making sure he's glued. Candy, almost. After Luminess, write beauty.com. Heather at Luminess Beauty. You did spell Luminess right, though. All right. Make sure this lash is on. Since I had to move her. I think I'll call my lashes hers. All right. So done with the lashes. The only new thing that I would do is the only other thing I would do is put on eyeliner once it dries. But I won't do that right now. But I am going to put on some lips. What lips? What lips? I don't have these Sienna Jazz still. I'm just going to go to my go-to. Ballet Pink. No, baby. It's Heather. The email is heather@luminessbeauty.com. heather@luminessbeauty.com. All right. I love this one. I keep one like in my purse. Thank you, Nancy. I keep this one in my purse all the time because I just love this one. When I drop off my daughter and I have zero makeup on, I have my lips on. And there you go. Woo! All right, guys, that is it for the 11 o'clock. I'll be back here at 3 so we can go over touch-ups, or not necessarily, but tweaks maybe. I'll show you how you can add to the eye if you wanted to. So we'll just figure it out what we're going to do. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you at 3. All right. Bye for now.